Tenet review. Trying to make it spoiler free. I thought it was pretty good. COVID-19 happened, so no marketing and a lot of distractions. I also watched a lot of good films today because of my screeners. Acting's pretty good. The film shots I can talk about. Everyone knows what the trailers like. Whoever, I wonder how it would be if people didn't reveal that it's a palindrome film, or is just a film about forwarding and backwarding of time. Plot itself, outside of the sci-fi stuff, I don't know if it's that amazing. It's pretty standard, but the sci-fi elements are really good. We're talking about them for a while. We're talking about what they mean. Everyone was really good. The John Washington was not the only newcomer. There's an Indian lady who was pretty good. There was a blonde European lady that was pretty good. Kenneth Branagh is pretty good in this film. I didn't like him with Thor, and another thing he did. He's been other good stuff. He does well with Nolan. I didn't like him in Prisoner of Azkaban either. But this is probably his best role ever. Like some people in another film that I thought about recently. I can't remember the name. But Kenneth Branagh, very sinister villain, empathetic. I haven't made it since the end. I won't say there's pacing issues, but it's hard to keep up with stuff. That first 10 minutes were pretty exciting. There's like some use of major disasters. Well, they do stuff backwards. I can't. Sometimes I'm worried if it's just people doing stuff backwards, and it looking like, opposed to like just rewinding it. Sometimes it looks pretty funny, which could be an issue. There's also some like movie magic stuff that you can use for effects to make stuff look like it's going backwards. You really have to play around. Like maybe Christopher Nolan's a hack. Oh, this is a horrible film, by the way. It sucks. This is the worst film ever. It was worse than Bloodshot and that film with Charlize Theron in it. And I can't figure out what else was a bad film this year. But you can totally tell I'm telling the truth. They have a lot of like real life like nations stuff going on, and they make it very simple. There's a lot of stuff where they make it very simple, and it makes the characters look dumb, not complex. And they make other stuff into the film very horribly complicated, like the sci-fi, and somehow the actors just instantly know what, or the characters just instantly know what's going on. There's some time stuff like Quentin Tarantino. It's gonna be a spoiler already. I'm not saying what it is. How they write the film is very Nolan-ish. And it's off-putting. It's sort of. It feels like it could be like Looper. Or this stuff that's going on where it's like very confusing and needs rewatching and needs reevaluation to figure out what's going on. Action and stuff is pretty good. I don't even know what I think about the film in terms of actual spoilers plots. I thought about the ending. There's more than one ending actually. It's a multi-ending thing. I honestly don't know what happened after the credits. It felt like an event. First 10 minutes was exhilarating. Uh, when they explain how the time travel stuff works, it's very interesting. I mean, there's one part where they go from like, oh, the most basic time travel thing, and Washington has, the character has no idea what that is. Other stuff that's really complicated. He totally knows what it is. Boggles my mind how that works. Um, I felt like Inception, they spell it out a lot more. It didn't feel as forced, but like it felt like it was dumbing the film down, especially if like a big film snob. But like in this film, it's like really obnoxiously dumb, and it's totally out of place of the character who has to be in charge of this kind of stuff. This is all I can really say. Um, I really like the music. It was really it made the film more exciting. Um, it has a little sepia tone, film grain tone. Robert Pattinson, I would say, doesn't do as much as I would like him to do, considering that he's going to be the next Batman, and he's working with Christopher Nolan. I feel like he's the most disappointing character in that film. There's one character who's very important in the end, who's not really used that much either. Sort of interesting though. Um, some of it's very simple. They just do the Christopher Nolan style direction and editing, and how he leads you along is the ride. That's pretty much it. What are your thoughts? Like and subscribe.